I just hope it won't die. And, by the way, my Xbox is set to English this time.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, hey to everyone in the chat.
Hello.
I'm here
Yeah,
with
that's
Cole,
game.
and due to a certain someone, I had to start the stream pretty late.
I mean, alright, the audio sounds pretty good.
Alright. I'm not gonna skip the first cutscene because that's the best cutscene in the Sonic franchise.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, this game is almost 10 years old and it still looks amazing.
Man, that's right. Like ever since 2010, time, like reflecting on time in the past has just been a blur. Like I always think like, oh, 2008's like a few years ago, right? No? It's almost 10 now? Okay.
That's how I felt when Sonic 06 celebrated its 10th anniversary. I mean, it's so weird.
Yeah, definitely. Because I guess the thing is like games from longer ago. You know, there's like a big graphical gap, but like now our 10 years ago isn't so much of a graphical gap anymore. So maybe that's like why we think it's more recent. Because we think of like old stuff with poor graphics or something.
Yeah, probably.
And as you just said, this still looks amazing, so don't really think of it as old.
I mean, leaving out frame rate issues and stuff, I think like Unleashed is the by far best looking Sonic game we have.
Yeah.
And I mean, Generations didn't look bad or anything, but it was a downgrade to make sure the frames wouldn't drop as hard as like in Adabet, for example.
Yeah. I mean, it was a good call, just so that the frame rate wouldn't suffer, wouldn't have a chance to suffer anyway. But now we don't have to worry about that anymore.
Yeah, hopefully.
Or, well, we shouldn't. Frickin' Switch has frame drops, supposedly.
Yeah, but that's Nintendo. I mean,
yeah.
I wouldn't blame Sega at all for this, because Nintendo makes it like really hard sometimes to develop games for the consoles. I don't know, they always do like their own stuff, and it's harder to port the games over to their consoles.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's like the biggest issue is porting, because the Switch is clearly powerful enough to build a game on it and run fine, but like obviously they didn't, you know, they didn't make Forces with the Switch in mind. It's just like you said, a port, so that's probably where the issues come into play.
Yeah. Although I gotta say, I don't mind having 30 FPS at all. I mean, we don't have that many Sonic games with 60 FPS so far, so I don't really bother.
As long as 30 frames doesn't bother me as long as it doesn't dip.
Yeah.
Like when it goes under 30, then that's when I'm like, okay, I don't like this. I mean, I love 60 frames. Like, I appreciate 60 frames so much, like, even more than graphics. But, I mean, as long as there's not frame drops, it's like, whatever. But,
Yeah,
I mean, the game's not out yet, so I'm sure they can at least make it run a stable 30.
yeah. I mean, I haven't played it, so I can't really judge. But I think I will have a more positive view on it than a few reviewers have, because like pages like IGN or anything, they always have issues with Sonic. And sometimes I feel like they're looking for things that aren't that good just to make the game look bad.
I mean, the Sonic Unleashed review. Holy crap.
I think I haven't even read it.
Oh, you just need to see the video review. Like, the guys, I haven't watched it in a while, but the guys' criticisms make absolutely no sense. And the footage is of Sonic purposely dying. Like, it's so bad, you can tell that he's purposely playing bad. Like, in one scene, in a Podos windmill aisle, in the 2D section where you're supposed to just run into a ramp, the dude hops the ramp just so he can die.
Wow.
And then while that clip was an example for his criticism of the jump button is unresponsive or something like that. Like he was hating on the controls for a decent part of that. I'm just like, how is the jump button unresponsive? It's like, you sure that's not your controller?
Do you remember, I think Premi shared it a while ago, when IGN was struggling going through a loop in Sonic Mania?
Yeah, I remember that. Oh man.
I'm still laughing at this when I see it. It's just, I don't know, how can someone be too stupid to use like a spin dash or anything?
I don't know, man. I feel like IGN just wants to piss off Sonic fans. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if they were that bad, but it also wouldn't surprise me if they just decided to screw with everybody and purposely be bad. Like, no matter what the reasoning is, it doesn't surprise me because IGN is just freaking stupid.
Yeah, I mean, they still get the clicks, right?
Yeah.
And I'm already confused with the homing attack being on the wrong button.
My main problem with IGN is just that, you know, they've got so many different reviewers, so obviously this isn't the case for every single review, but a lot of reviews I've seen by them are just so biased on what they prefer for games instead of, like, trying to look at it from, like, a non-biased, logical standpoint. Like, remember how, I don't remember which Pokemon game it was, might have been, like, Sun or Moon, but somebody said that it was too many HMs were in the game, and that was a con.
Yeah, that was, I think, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, and that's actually a point I can agree on, because you have like 8 HMs and you always have to carry Pokemon who know those HMs with you, so you can use
Well,
them.
sure,
That
but
was
like
pretty annoying.
it like that was on their like ending screen though, where they had 2 pros and 2 cons. That was one of the cons.
But the best con is still too much water.
Oh yeah.
I think that was for Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire as well.
I can't really think of any other examples, but I've definitely seen a lot of just a certain reviewer not liking something in a game, even if it's not bad necessarily. Like I always like when I talk about this, I always come to the example of like I don't care for games like Call of Duty or most shooters at all, and I don't have a desire to play them, but that doesn't mean that if I was to review it, I would just crap on it just because I don't personally like it. I mean, you still have to look at it objectively.
Yeah, definitely.
And I feel like a lot of people at IGN don't do that.
I remember back when Sonic Boom came out, like Rise of Lyric and Shattered Crystal. I had to write a review for Rise of Lyric, and I was still like really struggling with finding at least some positive things because I'd still say the game itself isn't all that bad, but it's so freaking boring.
See, I can't really speak for Rise of Lyric that much because I didn't play it that much besides my initial playthrough, and I actually sold it a while back. And the thing is, my first playthrough was with my friend, and we duoed the whole thing, which obviously makes the experience in any game a lot more fun. So all I can remember is just me and him playing it. So I don't really remember it being boring, but that's probably just because I was playing it with a friend.
Yeah, you probably experienced a lot of like frame rate issues.
Oh yeah.
Because like the Wii U really struggles with displaying different things on the gamepad and the TV.
Oh yeah.
That was a huge problem for Hyrule Warriors as well.
I mean, a game like Rise of Lyric, I think definitely has potential. Like I like the bare concepts that are there, like all the characters. Well, not all, but you know, it's not just Sonic. Like you're with everybody the whole time, kind of hero style, and it wasn't like super fast constantly. Although I don't really remember. I think actually wasn't most of the game actually not fast at all. I think it was actually too slow. But
yeah, pretty much.
But I mean, I feel like some of the definitely some of the ideas there are pretty great. But you know, that can be said for any game, I guess.
Except for Sonic Labyrinth.
Gosh. I mean, what? That's my favorite Sonic game.
Oh yeah, it's my favorite Sonic game as well. And not Sonic Unleashed. I mean, Sonic Unleashed is bad.
You know, I just wish another game would do what 06 did. If we're only gonna, like, if we cannot play as other characters, if they're gonna keep limiting us to Sonic, then I wish we could just have an 06 experience where it's not one type of gameplay the whole time, where it's like the normal style and then the speed sections.
Yeah, I think that's what they're trying to do with Forces.
With modern or like
with Modern and the Avatar character.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I mean, many reviewers said that he plays pretty much like Sonic, just like with those Wispins. And
Right.
his stage seems to be the one that was the most fun for most of them.
So, you know, I wonder, because it's unlikely that that the custom hero will return, I would think. So I wonder what they will. I wonder if they'll take anything from custom heroes gameplay and kind of like evolve it in the future. Because I feel like what they're doing with the custom hero probably not going to be scrapped entirely. I wouldn't think.
Yeah. But I would say the custom hero could return. I mean, like they're building like a whole skill system and everything about it. Well, not a skill system, but
like an engine.
yeah, an engine about it. And so
yeah, that's true. They were emphasizing that it's like, oh, it's the Hedgehog engine too, which kind of made me think that maybe they'd have more games on the same engine. Or else, like, I mean, if they weren't going to have more games on that engine, I don't understand the point of mentioning it was. So maybe...
And also, like, adding a custom hero seems to be too much work to just waste it in one game. I mean, at least if people like it, it's probably more likely to return.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm still not happy with what we have with Forces. Like, not as in, like, I don't like what I'm seeing, but as in, I still feel like I don't really know what the game is like. Like, I feel like we still haven't seen that much footage, or, I mean, we've seen a lot of, like, the same few levels, but, like, when you compare it to, like, the Mario Odyssey trailers that show you, like, just all types of different levels and environments and, like, different things he can do, but with Forces, we kind of just have, like, the one area that we've seen.
I mean, I'm actually happy with that for now, because we have Mania coming up in like 1.5 months. So they probably show off more stuff after that, after the release of Mania. And also,
Right.
I don't really want them to spoil like half of the game or even more.
And, you know, until someone inevitably leaks the final boss on YouTube before it's out somehow.
Yeah, I mean, remember Generations when they
Yeah.
released the demo and
Oh my gosh.
like people found like all the level names in it.
It's hilarious. I feel like Sonic somehow always has like the biggest leaks every time.
Yeah, I mean,
like...
they were leaking two entire games. Sonic 4 Episode 1 and 2, and I think Sonic 4 Episode 1 was even 3 months or anything before its release. That was pretty crazy.
Crap, I lost my train of thought.
Thanks, I'm the Bomb 23. Sonic Unleashed is my favorite game, so I always love to play it, even though I haven't played it in a long time.
I mean, if they port it to Steam, then maybe we could play it more.
Oh my god, I would put so much time into it.
I swear, if they put 06 on Steam, I would never ask or complain about anything in the Sonic franchise ever again. I'd just feel like, okay, you know what? I don't care. Everyone hates this game. I like it. I'll shut up now. I'm happy.
But I pretty much doubt it will ever happen.
Yeah, no way. I feel like the only way it's possible for 06 to come to Steam is if they were just putting like every Sonic game on Steam.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to select that specifically.
I'm still hoping that Sonic 06 comes to the Xbox backwards compatibility program.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you can like vote for it, and a lot of people did so. Like even more people than those were voting for like Unleashed or the old classic games. and stuff. It surprised me actually.
Yeah, I feel like there's more people that like 06 than we realize. Just because, like, obviously it's known for like the glitches and stuff, and the hate voices for it are really loud. But like that, like, basically what I mean is, like, if you like the game, you know, there's not very many people like screaming on the internet that they like it. Like, I mean, we stream it and stuff and talk about it, but like, it's not like we're super vocal about how we like it all the time. So I guess it doesn't really surprise me that much that it's getting some votes.
But I actually think that the fan base for Sonic 06 is growing currently for some odd reason. I mean, the game has become kind of infamous in the like entire gaming community.
Yeah.
And I think even Games Done Quick gave it a boost in population.
Oh,
not,
yeah,
not population, what's the word?
Publicity?
Yeah, right.
I mean, it's definitely an interesting game to speedrun, just because of how unfinished it is. Like, that's definitely a plus for the speedrunning community.
Yeah, and speedrunning it is actually really fun and not that hard to learn. Like, if you're familiar with the basic game mechanics, you can easily do like some pretty solid speedruns. After training a bit, obviously. That's pretty much different for Unleashed, because Unleashed does have a lot of glitches that make you go fast, but most of them are extremely hard to pull off.
Yeah, I I remember attempting a couple of those like once, and then I just failed to do it and never tried again.
I was practicing it here and there, but like, it requires so much work, and I'd never be able to catch up to any speedrunners out there. So I just stopped like doing it. I mean, I'm still doing some of the techniques in my personal playthroughs and stuff, but that's not for speedrunning. That's just for like
For the
go
lulz.
fast. Also, the Werehog has like a few pretty crazy button combos where it can like glitch through walls and stuff. And
oh, really?
I never really got to try them out because I'm really bad at doing combos with buttons. That's also why I suck at games like Tekken or Street Fighter.
Oh man, dude, those games, like that genre of like 2D fighter with the combos. I don't. There's got to be a name for it. I don't know what it is.
It's beat 'em ups.
Oh really?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I also am very bad at those. Like, I think they're fun, but like I kind of get robbed of the joy of them because I'm bad and I'll never get good at it.
Yeah, same.
Like, I think they're pretty cool to watch, although I rarely ever watch them, but I mean, it's gotta be super satisfying when you're good enough to actually pull everything off.
I mean, I'm at least somewhat decent at Smash, but that's kind of hard to compare to Street Fighter or Tekken.
Right, it's definitely a lot different. I'm much better at Smash than I am at those games. Plus, you know, you've got people that, like, freaking chain you with like a ton of moves in a row before you hit the ground, and that's just like, there's no way I could ever do that.
Oh yeah. By the way, hey Jay-Z, I don't know how to pronounce this. Super Amber? Sonic Runners Adventure is for mobile phones.
I don't think it's on Apple though, is it?
I don't know. I don't have an iPhone, so I can tell. But I guess not.
Shoot, it's not even on the Play Store yet, is it? Isn't it just on Gameloft's
Yeah,
site still?
It's just on Gameloft's website so far.
It's also for like flip phones or something for some reason.
Yeah, Gameloft did the old Java Sonic games, if you remember them.
Yeah.
And I think they'll do the same with runners. Like, they recently announced it even for like really, really old phones.
Yeah, I have no idea what the phones are, but do you see, like, there's like a 30-second clip that was either released or leaked of Runner's Adventure on like one of those super old phones. It looks like gameplay-wise pretty much the same, but like it's just funny to see just like the graphics and the animations. Like it's like very clear that it's for like a very old phone.
Yeah, but I still would consider it as a good thing. I mean, like Sonic Runners wasn't available for that many phones. Speaking of Android here, and so Sonic Runners Adventure will be available for like every possible phone, I think. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm just like, I think I was more surprised than anything to see it because I didn't even know there was still like a fan base, so to speak, for people on phones that I don't even know what word to use. Like, I get not really old, I guess, because you can buy new ones still, but like not smartphones, I guess.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of a word for it, but I have no idea.
I guess just cell phones, because technically our phones are called smartphones.
Yeah.
So they're just the regular ones. But yeah, I'm surprised that they're making it because I didn't know that people would actually get it and play it. Because I didn't know there were anyone besides like old people using those phones.
I actually have a friend who still uses those old cell phones.
We'll make sure he gets Runner's Adventure on it.
Yeah, he's not that much of a gamer, so he probably won't buy it at all.
Rip. I think I remember on like my phone before I had a smartphone, the freaking game app store had like 3 things on there. It was like an Uno game and Tetris, a very generic Tetris. I don't know how you can make Tetris generic, but they did it. I remember playing the demo. And there was like one other thing. I don't remember what it was, but yeah, so I guess for stuff like that, you have 4 options now.
I'm surprised that it didn't have Snake.
Maybe it did, I don't know. Maybe it was the one I'm not remembering.
That's the real classic.
Snake. best game ever.
Definitely. And I mean, look what we have on phones now. Sometimes those games can't even compete with console games. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I actually play, speaking of like Street Fighter and Tekken and everything, you know, Injustice, the other, like another version of those games. They have an Injustice 2 app, and the freaking, it does not look like a mobile game at all. Like, it looks, I want to say like a Wii game or better. Probably better than a Wii game, which
Well,
is kind of
that's not
sad to
hard.
think about it. Well, yeah, I know, but
By the way, which console will you get Sonic Mania on?
okay, so remember when the collector's editions like first leaked onto Amazon by accident for PC?
Yes.
During that time, I pre-ordered the collector's edition for PC, so I have that coming in the mail through Amazon. But I'm also definitely getting it on Switch because I really want that game on Switch a lot. Like, I'm really excited to have Sonic Mania on Switch because I feel like that's the perfect game for me anyway, to play on, like, I guess anywhere, or like how they want you to like take the Switch somewhere and like just play it for a little while. Like that's what I would do with Sonic Mania.
Yeah, true. I'm probably gonna play it a lot at the university when I'm supposed to listen to what the professor is saying, but I don't care.
Why not? Yeah, who screwed the professor? Sonic Mania.
Well,
plus, I mean, I'm so excited for Mania just because obviously everyone loves the classics. They're great, but like, just it's the fact that they nailed the gameplay of the classics and still managed to make it look super great as well. Like, I'm just super stoked that it's both awesome visual and the old gameplay captured well.
Yeah. I mean,
because,
it's
like,
made by fans, so no surprise here.
Because, like, I don't even know why I like the visuals so much. Like, I feel like there's not that many games, if any, that, like, have sort of that pixelated style, but also go, like, all out on animations and everything.
Yeah, true, like the 60 frames per second thing, it just looks really, really amazing.
Yeah. And there's a lot of like pixelated games, but they keep it looking retro because of the pixelated art style, but Mania doesn't look retro at all, even though it's pixelated. You know what I mean? Like, it looks like a very, very modern pixelated style.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think I'm gonna like it more than like Sonic 3 and Knuckles just because of that.
Logan Wood, yes, I'm reading the comments, but I can't respond to every one of them because I'm talking to Cole most of the time.
What are you doing out here? Sonic, is that really you? That's a new look. What happened? You know me. Never a dull moment.
Oh yeah, I actually really like. I'm responding to that comment, by the way. The Wii version had some really good day stages, in my opinion. Like, I really loved the level design on there. The Werehog stages, I was actually one of the people that didn't like the Werehog when I had the Wii version only.
Same.
It wasn't until I got the Xbox 360 version that I actually started enjoying the Werehog. Because it's so much better. Like, the PS2 and Wii version of Werehog is just not that great. And you don't have like all the moves that he has on the HD versions. Like, you had like a couple combos and then like a slam move. It was pretty pathetic.
I remember playing the PS2 version and I was fine with it until I played the like the HD version. But I got the Wii version later and I was playing it with the GameCube controller and he was like making attacks with the Werehog with the R and L trigger, and that was freaking annoying.
Well, it's worse when you don't have a GameCube controller, I assure you. The constant, like, I don't know if you ever played the Werehog with just the Wii Remote and nunchuck, but you could not attack without swinging physically. So literally, it was just swing, 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 swing. That was the gameplay. It was so freaking annoying.
Well,
actually,
I've played it.
In Day was swing too.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
They like freaking Nintendo with their motion controls. Like, what I don't understand about motion controls is, like, if you're gonna have it be a heavy concept of the game, at least make it optional and map buttons as well. Like, please.
Yeah, I mean, they did it for the Switch.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty happy that Unleashed supported the classic controller, because I got one later and it plays just like the PS2 version if you have the classic controller, and that's fine by me.
Shoot, that reminds me. I actually did. I didn't even remember that at all, but I actually did end up getting the classic controller.
Wait, can you say that again? I was reading the comments, sorry.
I said I didn't remember that at all, but now that you mentioned it, I actually did get a classic controller as well.
Yeah, I got it with the Xenoblade Chronicles Collector's Edition.
I think I bought it because I bought Mario 64 on WiiWare, and you couldn't play it without that. So I had to get it to play the game.
Logan Wood, the chat rules are in the description, and that's a no. And my next Sonic fan game, I don't know. I haven't decided that yet. I'm gonna do a Sonic Dimensions S rank playthrough at some point, but I'm not even sure if I can record very much in the near future, because I have my finals coming up, which means a lot of studying.
A lot of bleh.
Yeah. Like, I have 4 finals in 1 week, and that's literally gonna kill me.
Just pretend you're Sonic.
Wait, I'm dead then.
Oh wait, yeah, that won't help. Don't pretend you're Sonic.
I'm not a big fan of the Sonic Adventure 3 fan game, because from what I've seen of it, the physics were kind of wacky, like in the Sonic world. And I always prefer playing the 2D fan games. I don't know, they just kind of appeal to me more. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's easier to get the feel right, for sure. It's like 3D is just really complex to get right. Like, just the feeling of everything.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I haven't played a 3D Sonic fan game without wacky physics.
Yeah.
And I mean, those games look really, really good and stuff, and I did enjoy playing them, but the wacky physics still kill it for me every time.
Yeah, gameplay wise, the feeling matters to me a lot. Like, that's the thing, like, that's like my big issue with Sonic Heroes. I love that game in like every aspect except the physics. Like, I really hate how that game controls. Like, I love the levels, I love all the characters and everything, but like, I hate how slippery everything feels.
Yeah, going back to it now feels always pretty weird. Even though it was my second Sonic game I've ever played, and it was on PC, and I had like a constant frame rate of, I think it was 15 frames per second or anything. It was freaking annoying, but I still enjoyed the hell out of it. But I really can't see myself going back to it anytime soon. Sonic Time Twisted, I've been thinking about trying that out, but
Was that the one that's kind of like Sonic Rush but has Shadow in it?
no, that
Oh, that's Sonic
was...
vs. Darkness.
Yes, that was Sonic vs. Darkness. Time Twisted is a 2D Sonic fan game. A classic Sonic fan game, sorry.
Oh. Did Versus Darkness ever get more content than the demo?
Not so far, but I think they're gonna show off more content at the Sonic Amateur Games Expo.
When is that?
I don't know if the name Sage is more familiar to you.
Yeah.
They recently announced the 2017 edition. So I'm really looking forward to that because last year they had tons of amazing fan games. Last but not least, Sonic vs. Darkness.
I remember playing the demo quite a while back, and I remember liking it a lot.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. Like, just look at the soundtrack of the first stage. It just makes me... I don't know, it makes me so happy for some reason to play through the stage just by hearing the soundtrack.
I need to download that again.
Oh right, I need to find the professor.
Mr. Pickle himself?
Yeah, I mean, I know where he is, but I don't know how to tell tales where he is. I think there was this weird woman. Oh yeah, alright.
Did you just home attack off that woman's head a second ago?
Yeah, I constantly do that. Because, like, the homing attack is the only way to go fast in the town hub worlds.
So basically Shadow in 06.
Yeah.
Just freaking that jungle area, just God. I just remember hearing his like 2 different lines or voice clips for his homing attack over and over and over there.
Well, I do need to complete Shadow Story for my Sonic 06 playthrough next. Because I really don't feel like doing the S ranks with Silver currently. I don't even know why. I mean, it's so easy. Like the Egg Genesis, for example. Yay.
Yeah, that's pretty great. I think Silver's is a bit more difficult just because I think isn't it like a little harder to keep his rings because unless you're using like well if you're using the freaking up close attacks then it can be kind of iffy with like the hitboxes and stuff.
Yeah, we were talking about that last week with Amy, and Silver has like the same problem. It does get easier as soon as you get this shock bracelet. So you can do like this, I don't know how to call it, the stomp attack?
Yeah, like
maybe
he pounds the ground.
Yeah.
That's like, I feel like Silver's gameplay, I really want them to return it, because there's just a unique feeling to that. Like, I freaking love, like, stomping the ground and just, like, shocking all the enemies and then picking them up and throwing them at other enemies. Like, that is just, like, there's not anything really like that I've played. Like, that just feels so unique. And, like, that's why I really want Silver specifically playable again, because he just brings, like, such a unique gameplay style to the table that the other characters cannot do at all.
And sadly, I think that's not gonna happen because most people hated his gameplay.
Yeah. I mean, if the freaking game was finished and polished, I feel like that wouldn't be the case. Because he definitely
I think most people still would dislike the idea of having a slow character. I mean, Silver is pretty slow.
Yeah, he's pretty slow, but wasn't he supposed to be faster in the finished version?
I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure I heard. I know I heard it for Silver. I don't remember if it was all three characters or only Silver. But at least Silver specifically was supposed to be faster than he is. I don't remember where I get all this 06 info from, but I just remember a long time ago, like, Kyle freaking somehow knew a ton of stuff about 06. And that was one of the things I remember talking about with him was Silver being faster.
Yeah,
and also, do you remember that move that you can get with Silver that does nothing different? And so, I mean, I'm just always guessing that was something they didn't even get to finish implementing. It's like, I don't remember how to do it, but it's like I think you grab enemies in a weird way, and then he kind of like floats in the air, and you can't move him anymore. You can only spin him around.
Oh, right. That's by holding the square or the X button.
Yeah, and then he just like, it looks like it's gonna unleash some like powerful attack or something, and then it's just the exact same thing. So there's like no point in doing it.
I think the enemies do fly a little faster, but I'm not too sure about that.
Huh. I mean, even if that's the case, there's got to be... there had to have been more playing for it than just faster enemies.
Yeah, definitely.
Because, like, it just, like, yeah, because it restricts your movement. Like, it restricts him. Like, you can't even do anything anymore. So, I mean, it had to have been something powerful, unless they're just retarded, and then it's just a fancy move or something.
Logan, I do like Sonic the Hedgehog, if you're talking about Sonic 06. But I'm not a big fan of Sonic 1, if you're talking about that one. Like, Sonic 1 is definitely my least favorite classic Sonic game. Even though, I gotta say, I do like the Game Gear Sonic 1 a lot. For some odd reason, I don't know. I just like it.
Yeah, Max, I completely agree. I feel like if they revived him and had a polished game with definitely faster paced gameplay, it could work pretty dang well. But yeah, like you were saying earlier, Rookie, I mean, they pretty much have no reason to make Silver playable again. Just because there's so many other characters, and Silver's reputation is pretty bad. So they probably are going to steer clear of him being playable.
I mean, at least he was an enemy in Generations, so
Yeah.
they at least like acknowledge that he exists.
Yeah. I always forget about that. I am actually pretty glad that he was a boss fight. I'm really happy to see him in Force's dialogue too.
I still don't like his new voice though. It just sounds weird.
Yeah, it's me and I think it was, I don't know what the occasion was, but me and Barney were talking, and somehow we got on the topic of Silver's voice actor, and I realized I hadn't heard clean footage, and then he like, linked me.
That was last week on the stream, by the way.
Oh. But yeah, like, I don't know. Like, his voice, like, after I heard it for the first time last week, it's just doesn't sound like him. Like, it doesn't sound like a bad voice. It's just like, it's not Silver.
Yeah. And I think the biggest problem is that, like, we were really used to hear Silver talking a lot in 06. And then, like, we've never really heard him again. Up until Sonic Generations, I think.
Yeah, and he sounded better in Generations. Like, I wonder why they keep changing him. Unless it's the same guy and they're just giving him a different direction. But...
I think it's the same guy.
Well,
like the same guy from Generations.
Or no, wait. We probably heard him. I've never played Free Riders, but did he speak in Free Riders?
I don't remember. But if he was playable, then probably.
Oh, that's the game I really want on Steam. Like, I would love that if they put Free Riders on Steam with online play.
Oh my god, I've been making this joke for too many times, I guess. Like, every once in a while, I just repost some Free Riders is on Steam stuff.
Oh, I think I remember seeing something like that.
Well, the first time I did it was in 2010, and it was just on the Spin Dash forums, like the website I'm working on. And somehow TSSZ noticed that I was posting that, and they wrote a news and all that stuff. That was so hilarious. Hashtag no regrets.
Beautiful.
But yeah, before Free Riders, I really want to see Zero Gravity on Steam, because that's my favorite game from that trilogy.
That's actually the only one I've played.
Like I did like the graffiti mechanic a lot, and the story was pretty cool. Unlike Free Riders. Oh my god, I'm stupid. By the way, I think I'm already at a point where most Sonic, or most players of Unleashed drop the game. Because too much Werehog, I guess. I'm dead.
Wait, you said you're Barney's channel?
Yes, I'm Barney's channel. But he actually uploaded a few videos this week.
Well, he's just a zombie now. He's still dead.
Yeah, true. Remember when he did Sonic News?
I wonder if they will continue to do kind of what they did with like Colors and Generations, where they just released info all the time and like screenshots randomly.
I just hope they won't continue revealing every single stage from the game before the release.
Or I hope, freaking, you know what I hope the most is that they don't just false advertise the game like they did with Generations.
Yeah, I'm really afraid that the rendered cutscenes, like the CGI cutscenes, aren't actually in the game due to the avatar appearance.
Yeah, it won't surprise me at all because of that. Because, like, I don't know. I feel like it just.
I mean, they can prepare
sense.
they can prepare those cutscenes for every possible
yeah, exactly.
like avatar character.
Plus, like, it wouldn't really make sense either, because that can't really be at the beginning of the game because all three characters had met up already. And I'm just assuming that they have to meet up. And if that's the case, then it would make no sense for just like randomly in the game your custom hero to just not be your custom hero for a cutscene.
I mean, plot holes aren't a new thing for Sonic.
Well, yeah, that's true. I'm really excited to see the cutscenes in Forces, just because, like, there's so many freaking characters.
I hope they play big roles in the game, not like in
Generations.
The Lost World.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I mean, they very well could do something like that again, but I have a feeling that a lot of the characters will have big roles in the story just because of the in-game dialogue. Because I feel like I don't know why they would put a bunch of in-game dialogue for all the characters if they weren't significant in cutscenes as well.
Speaking of the in-game dialogue, I wouldn't even mind too much if they would tell the actual story for a big part during the levels.
Oh yeah, that's actually pretty cool to me. I played. Did you play Kid Icarus Uprising on 3DS?
I never completed it, but I've played it, yes.
Yeah, they did that for sure in that game. Like, I don't think there was cutscenes in that game at all, but
There were, but yeah,
Oh,
most
okay.
of the dialogue was during the levels, and that actually bugged
Yeah.
me, because when I played this game, I wasn't really good at like speaking and understanding English,
Oh.
and so I had to read the subtitles, and those were displayed on the touchscreen,
Oh, that sucks.
and
Yeah,
I
well,
couldn't really focus on that.
it
Oh, neat,
was.
an S rank.
I remember it being pretty good, and they told. I'm pretty sure they told the story mostly through gameplay dialogue. So
Yeah.
I definitely wouldn't mind if that was sort of the case with horses too.
But I think I wouldn't mind too much today, like I said. I mean, I'm much better at understanding English now than I was back in 2011.
So when did you start learning it?
I don't know.
Are you alright? We got here as fast as we
Somewhere around that time, I just randomly started watching like TV shows in English with German subtitles. And at some point, I just like didn't use German subtitles anymore.
You're like, hey, I understand this.
Yeah. But I still didn't really speak that much of English, and that's why I noticed last year that I have like a really, really bad accent. And then I started working on that, and well, I think it's better now than it was a year ago.
I'm not sure. I should go back to like our first stream or something, and then I could tell you.
You can actually watch the Sega Central stream from Gamescom. And also, I had an interview with Jimmy McLaughlin, one of the LEGO Dimensions developers. It's on my channel somewhere.
Oh, really?
And you can listen to that. By the way, Professor Pickle is the best Sonic character of all time.
Oh, I mean, aren't you forgetting someone?
Oh, right, Chip.
No.
No,
It's
I actually do love Chip and Professor Pickle a lot. Unlike a certain how do I say it? A certain girl that drives cars. I think.
Oh no.
I think Professor Pickle is faster and stronger than Sonic and Shadow.
Yeah, it's just that's what if there's ever a Sonic Adventure 3, that'll be the main plot twist.
Just look at
Professor
Pickle
Pickle
Unleashed.
form.
Pickle Unleashed is like the best thing ever. And that's why I want Unleashed to be ported over to PC.
It'd be hilarious to like see like a model swap, like in all the cutscenes. If Pickle was Sonic and Sonic was Pickle, and then just like you go and like save Sonic as Pickle.
I think that wouldn't even be that hard. I mean, this Malprontro guy, or whatever he's called, I was talking about this last week, I think. He did this Boom Knuckles Unleashed thing. And he replaced Sonic with Knuckles and Boom Knuckles in every single cutscene. And that was pretty hilarious. So, I think it's already time for the first boss fight.
Ooh.
Although no, I have to complete the Missouri daytime stage first, I think. It's been freaking long since I've played through the story. It's funny how Tails explains the game mechanics to me. I would love to skip that, please.
Also, how are the oceans doing on Earth of that state? Like,
well, good question.
Are the oceans pouring into the middle of the Earth? I mean, from the looks of that map, it's just fine somehow.
I'm not even sure, but I think they addressed that in the comics.
Oh, really?
But it's been like 2 years since I've read that, so I'm not too sure about it.
I won't have to do anything nasty. All you need to do is tell me where the Temple of Gaia is.
Yeah, screw you, Eggman. I want to play games. What was that?
Nothing.
It sounded like a cat or anything.
It was my real life Sonic the Hedgehog.
Alright.
Here we go.
Oh my god.
Is it still going through?
Yes.
Yeah, I have a brother that's only 2 years old, so.
Oh, alright.
Which is a little backstory for that car.
Oh my
seat
god.
video.
Look at the stream. Oh my fucking god.
I'm ready. Oh, nice. Oh, it's brilliant.
It's so weird. That happens every once in a while, and I don't know what caused it.
That is just great.
It's just doing a homing attack and missing what you're attacking, I guess. Oh, it just happened again.
Ooh, I get to see it a second time, huh?
Yes, this is a good game.
Alright, what's the release date for Forces then?
Oh, you have no idea how stupid I feel right now.
Speaking of release dates, I'm actually really surprised that Mario Odyssey is coming out in October.
Well, true. Somehow. I don't know, they have like one first-party Nintendo Switch title every month this year.
Oh, is it every single month?
I think so.
So...
I mean,
what else is
including
coming out
the re-releases like Pokken Tournament and
yeah.
Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and stuff like that. Oh, and I'm so excited for Splatoon.
Yeah. Only freaking what? What is the... Is it like the 21st?
I think it's July 15th or something.
15?
At least
Oh,
that's the release for Europe.
So, I never played Hyrule Warriors. What is like? Is there something like to work towards in that game, or like does it have replay value at all, or anything like that?
In my opinion, it has a lot of replay value. I mean, I do like those Warriors games in general, because you can level up your characters and all that stuff, and play on harder difficulties, get collectibles and all that stuff, and that's like really fun to me. And I would say, out of all Warriors games I've played, Hyrule Warriors is the best one.
I don't think I've ever played one, but it looked interesting, and even though I never played it, I think I'm probably gonna get Fire Emblem Warriors.
Yeah, well, Fire Emblem Warriors looks interesting, but I think I'm not familiar enough with the Fire Emblem franchise to like appreciate the fan service and anything in this game.
Yeah, same. The only Fire Emblem I've actually played is a little bit of the mobile game.
I've started playing Fire Emblem Awakening, and it was pretty decent, but I don't know, after 4 hours I just stopped playing it for some reason.
I'm hoping that, well, actually, I guess it's probably going to be close to Hyrule Warriors, so, like, is there, like, if, say you didn't know what Zelda was, could you still, like, appreciate, like, the characters in that game? Or do you think you, like, have to know, like, do you think you have to have, like, previous experience with Zelda to, like, really like it?
Well, while it is helpful, I don't think it's necessary, because they did explain, briefly explain the Zelda backstory, but like, it's better if you know something about the franchise, I think.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I just hope that when I pick up Fire Emblem Warriors, I'm not just like, what is this? Like, I hope they do a decent job of, like, explaining and fleshing out characters or something.
I mean, I never really got into the like core Warriors titles, Dynasty Warriors, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Because like, I don't know, I wasn't familiar with this huge universe they've been building throughout the last, I think, 8 titles. But still, I think Fire Emblem isn't too hard to get into. They even said like there are most likely only characters from Fire Emblem Awakening and what was it called? Fates, who will appear.
And those are the recent 3DS titles, right?
Yeah. I mean, there was Fire Emblem Echoes, which is a remake as far as I know. But I'm not sure if they will add characters from that game.
I mean, as long as it's a good game, I'm sure I won't have a problem with it. Because, like, the thing is, I just want to play more games for my Switch because there's like a lot of third-party stuff, but it's like I don't know how much I would like any of that. So I'm just trusting that Nintendo's first parties will be pretty good. So that's like the main reason I'm gonna buy it, just because I trust that it won't be a bad game because it's Nintendo.
Yeah, I mean, I did enjoy playing with my Switch like for, I don't know, 3 weeks or something, where I've been playing a lot of Switch games. But now, I mean, I've bought this Mighty Gunvolt thing on Thursday because it looked cool and played it for like an hour. But then I turned my Switch off again, and it's been like this for more than a week. The last thing I've played was ARMS, I think. And it's weird that I've even played more on my Wii U than I've been playing on my Switch.
Oh yeah, speaking of that, do you have the Zelda DLC?
No. Because I don't really feel like playing Zelda currently.
Oh.
And I actually don't want to pay 20 euros for 2 DLCs. Since
Yeah,
one of them comes out somewhere during holiday season.
I'm pretty excited to see what exactly that will be. Because I have high expectations for it, but I mean, I don't really know what to expect at the same time. But yeah, I think I bought the DLC pass like when I first got Zelda.
And I think the purpose of the first DLC is leaving out some new features like the master mode, or what is it called? Like the sound mode thing.
Yeah, it's called Master Mode.
And all that stuff. I think its only purpose is like the master trials, and if you complete them, the master sword is like always powered up.
Oh, is it?
As far as I've heard, yes.
Well, if that's the case, that's gonna be pretty cool. Because apparently, how the trials work is it's split into increments, even though there's 45 rooms total. So I completed like the first one today, and it gave me 10 more damage to my Master Sword.
Oh, that's
but
neat.
I had no idea that it was like gonna be powered up fully, but I guess that would make sense after the last trial.
So yeah, and the second DLC actually looks much more interesting to me, because that's like an actual story DLC. But in my opinion, Nintendo has been overdoing it with DLC pricing and stuff recently. So I'm probably gonna wait for reviews for the second DLC pack, because if it's only like, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours long, I'm not gonna buy it for the full price, because that's not enough for me.
So can you buy like a specific, like, I mean, could you buy the second one without the first one?
I don't know. I think so.
I mean, I guess it would make sense that you'd be able to, but I just keep hearing about like the pass and everything, and that's what I have, so I probably don't even have a way of checking if you can buy one single.
I mean, give me a second, I'm checking it right now. Because I'm not streaming. I'm just ignoring that.
But yeah, I guess if you could buy the second one by itself, then maybe it would be more worth it for you. But then again, that one's probably the pricier one anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna buy both of them, definitely. But I might wait for a sale or something, just like I did with Hyrule Warriors. They had like the 3DS DLCs on sale a few months ago, and that's where I bought them.
Did they ever have a sale for Smash DLC?
I don't remember because the Smash DLCs I'm interested in, I've got all of them on release day. Because I'm like pretty stupid. And it seems like they won't sell the packs separately. I mean, they always only link the like season pass thing.
Maybe that's just because it's not out yet. Maybe once, because I guess it wouldn't make sense to have a pass for something that for two things that are already out. So maybe when it releases, you can buy them one by one. The pass will go away.
I mean, technically, you could buy the first one separately because that's out today.
Oh.
Oh, wait. I'm checking my Switch actually. Because that's probably easier than checking the Nintendo homepage.
Yeah.
So apparently I'm a sheet YouTuber.
Nice.
Thanks, I guess.
It's quite the accomplishment there.
I mean, I could delete this comment, but I actually don't really care. So, looking for Zelda. Nope, there's only the season pass.
Well,
I mean, the DLCs do have separate pages on the eShop, but you can't buy them separately.
I wonder when they'll start to talk about that campaign for the second DLC.
I think that's just gonna be a Nintendo Direct at some point, maybe in October.
Yeah, that's... Wait, is it coming out in November?
I'm not sure, but I think so.
We have a lot of stuff coming out towards the end of this year.
Yep, yet again. My bank account is bleeding. The professor's not here. Let's come back at night. Of course. Oh, I just read a comment. If I would be into Sonic Warriors, I don't really think that Sonic would fit for a Warriors game, but I also thought Sonic wouldn't fit for a God of War game, and look at what is my favorite Sonic game.
You know what though? Silver would... his powers would be like super useful and awesome in a game like that.
Yeah, they're actually are kind of similar characters in other Warriors games. Especially in Hyrule Warriors, there was this character called Lana. It was created for Hyrule Warriors. And I don't know, I could imagine Silver having such powers. But I don't know, I couldn't think of I can't think of any power that Sonic could have.
Boost.
Oh wait, if they bring back the Black Knight Sonic, that would be actually pretty cool.
Yeah,
like for a Warriors game, I'm down for this.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I mean, it's not gonna happen, not at all, but
yeah.
But they need to add motion controls. Because that was the most fun part about Black Knight and especially Secret Rings.
Oh yeah. I have actually never beaten Secret Rings just because of the controls.
Well, I've beaten it like 2 years ago, I think. If you
Or is it the controls? I don't even know. I just remember I've started playing it on 2 different occasions and stopped somewhere in the game.
probably at the egg mission in Dinosaur Jungle.
I don't know. There's just so much in that game that I feel like doesn't work well.
Yeah, it's also kind of confusing about what you have to do next.
Oh my god, you know what I hated? The frickin' the like ferry you had to race. I had a lot of trouble with those.
Can you say that again? I didn't really understand that.
The ferries that you have to race, or like the little, I don't even, it might not have been a ferry. It was just like Sonic had to race like this red floating ball of some sort.
Are you talking about the skill system?
I don't know. I just remember, was it like, hold on, let me see if I can find it.
Because I can't really recall anything else. But again, it's been 2 years since I've played that, so I could just have forgotten about it.
Shoot. Well, it's not called what I thought it was, but basically there was like... It's kind of like the doppelganger missions in Generations, except way harder.
Oh my god! Oh, don't remind me of that.
Oh, do you remember it now?
Yes!
Like, I don't think those would have been as bad if it wasn't for the motion controls.
Yeah, definitely.
I remember, like, my brother was in the room with me last time I was trying to play the game, and I remember just, like, complaining out loud to him. I was just like, did the developers even try this? I don't think they did.
I mean, I'm not against the idea of having, like, horror things in Sonic games, because it's always cool to have some kind of a challenge.
But not when the controls are motion.
Yeah, because that's a point where it gets kind of unfair.
Yeah.
That's a thing with Dark Souls, for example. I mean, it's a pretty hard game, but at least the first one never really is unfair to you. But it's also...
You should play that with motion controls.
Oh my god. I mean, they're re-releasing Skyrim with motion controls, so why not, I guess?
I'm surprised motion controls just kind of haven't died off. Because we definitely had that period where it was a big deal. And we've been, like, straying away from it. But, like, they still exist.
For some reason. I mean, they
granted,
still made a Kinect 2.
Granted, in games like ARMS, you know, the motion controls aren't terrible. But still, the freaking normal control scheme is better, so...
Yeah, I mean, ARMS is like one of the very, very few games I would say are better with motion controls. Because it's just more fun to play ARMS with motion controls.
Yeah, it's definitely more fun, but I'm already bad at the game, so I gotta get as much of an edge as possible, so I only play with the controller.
Oh my god, I couldn't even imagine beating this final boss with motion controls.
Dude. That'd be insane.
But like, the game that benefits the most from those motion controls, I'd say it's... Yeah, that, and...
just touch hands with whoever.
And Splatoon. Because I was always bad at aiming at in shooters with my controller. And so adding the gyroscope was a pretty good idea, and it worked really, really well.
I didn't actually use it on the Wii U version, but a lot of people said that it was actually a little bit easier, so I'm gonna try to learn the motion controls on the Switch version. The thing is, though, I'm excited for Splatoon, but I'm really bad at shooters, because I've always had Nintendo consoles, and just, I haven't really played shooters, honestly. Like, so I don't have too much experience with shooters, so I don't have anything to draw from when playing Splatoon.
Yeah,
so
but
I'm just kind of bad.
Like, the good thing about Splatoon is that you don't really need skill to be good at this game. Because it's not about, I have like 50 kills in this round and you suck. It's just kind of about a little bit of teamwork maybe, but mostly about shooting colors.
Yeah,
I don't know.
And that's what bothered me about the first game, though, was like for Turf War. I love Turf War, obviously. That's like the main mode, and that was my favorite mode. And I was definitely more of a sprayer than a shooter. Like I would cover the map more than I would fight people, just because I'm not good at shooters. So that was like the play style I went for. But I hated that you couldn't play ranked Turf War. Like, I didn't understand that. Like, the ranked modes were more combat based, so I was pretty bad at the ranked.
Yeah,
but, like, I would always be like I remember being, for the most part, always like getting the most points on my team in Turf War, just because I found a gun that I really liked for spreading, and I just got really good at covering a bunch of the map with a certain gun. So, I mean, I would be really disappointed if in Splatoon 2 it's the same way, where there's no ranked Turf War. I'm really hoping they change that.
I think the main issue about ranked Turf War is like ranked mode is always connected to having skill, at least some skill, and Turf War is a mode that's where you have to have a lot of luck at times.
Yeah, that's true.
I think
even if that specific mode, I mean, I still hope it's ranked, but even if it isn't ranked, I at least hope that you can choose a mode. Like, I wasn't a fan of the rotating modes idea.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. It's Nintendo. I mean, as far as I've heard, when it comes to the maps, they reduced like the time where you play the same maps over and over again.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
which means it still rotates, but I think it's gonna be something about 2 hours or something, and then the maps will change. And it should be the same for like the modes. Yeah. But I really, really hope you can skip the news, like those Splatoon news.
Oh man. Yeah, just every time you turn on the game.
Stay fresh! I really hope they get rid of that. Sometimes I feel like it's crazy how many sun and moon medal locations I still can remember. Since I've only collected all of them once.
Yeah, I only collected them once as well, but I doubt I would remember any.
I still feel like they should have remained some, yeah, collectible, but you actually had to go back to some levels and collect more medals to progress in the story. Even though you've been collecting a lot, it still wasn't enough. Like, if you arrive at, I think, Adabat, it's the case for most of my playthroughs of this game that I have to go back and collect more of those sun medals or moon medals.
Yeah, I definitely remember that happening in Adabet as well.
Because, like, the requirements of that stage are insane. I'm happy that I won't play through the entire story on the stream. I remember Kyle doing it once.
Oh my gosh.
I think
How
it
long
was
did he stream?
Something about 8 hours, I think.
Jeez.
I mean, he stopped playing at what was 6 AM for him or something. I think he still has the stream on his channel.
I wonder if anyone actually watched the entire thing.
Definitely not me. Like, honestly, not me. Because he started streaming at what was, I think, 4 AM for me. And I had to go to work the other day. I started watching where he was like halfway through the game. And I was sitting at work watching him stream. It was kind of funny. I'm not even sure if people still speedrun the like the story of Unleashed. I haven't seen one of those in a while. I think they just make like all stages speedruns or anything.
Yeah.
It's probably also due to the skill system in the game. Because like you're a lot faster when you have all the skills unlocked, like the combos and the speed for Sonic and all that stuff.
Yeah. It'd be like it'd pretty much be a different experience speedrunning it without the skills versus with the skills.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I noticed earlier in Epotos where my boost bar suddenly was empty. And in Unleashed, that's still a weird thing to happen. And it literally happens only at the beginning of the game, because later you can like drift all the time. And drifting fills your boost meter, so you're mostly fine. Have I mentioned that I adore the music in this game?
Not on this stream, but yes, it is pretty dang good.
Except for this one fighting theme.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not even bad, but it's annoying.
Yeah, it's played way too often. I feel like you run into so many fighting sections in the game that at whatever point, like eventually it loses its charm because of how much you have to hear it.
Yep, definitely.
They would have been, I mean, I know it would have been a ton of effort, but it would have been cool if there was like how there was there's a day version and a night version of the music. Like if there was like a combat version for each stage.
I don't know. I mean, this game already has a ton of music.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I think it would be easier to just not play this theme every time.
Yeah, maybe they should have only played it at like
At specific areas, I think that would have been better.
yeah, like how you just fought one of like those bigger guys. Maybe they could have reserved it for guys like him.
Yeah. Oh my god, the camera scares me so often. Like, you have always these points where it's like at a fixed point, and then it suddenly switches to free roam, and if you're at a cliff or something, that's freaking scary. I still find it funny that I was looking at your Facebook profile earlier and suddenly Barney appears on my recommended friends list. Also, it's a little scary because, like, how does Facebook know that he could be a possible friend for me?
I have no idea. Like, it's very weird. Maybe somehow the cookies are able to connect, like, that's him somehow.
Yeah, maybe.
From Twitter. Or, like, maybe he has, like, his Twitter linked and the cookies are like, oh, he talks to him on Twitter or something.
I was actually laughing at his workplace. It's like a gamer at YouTube or anything. It's pretty funny.
If I was doing YouTube for a living, I would just say that I'm a content manager for Google. Because that sounds like super professional and everything, but like at the same time, it is 100% true because
Yeah.
YouTube is Google and you have to manage your own content. So
I'm actually thinking about joining a new partner network soon. Like not for the money, but I could use some support on my channel. Because like now that I don't monetize my videos anymore, the YouTube algorithm constantly rates my videos worse. And that's freaking annoying.
Gosh. Well, YouTube's algorithm is just flawless, as it always has been.
I mean, I do understand that because obviously Google is a company that wants to make money. So it does make sense to support YouTubers that actually generate money for the company. Which my channel obviously doesn't. But yeah, the algorithm is still, even without that, it's pretty annoying at times.
Yeah.
I mean, like, remember my Sonic 4 Episode 2 videos?
Yeah.
Barney re-uploaded them, and over time, he actually got more views on them than I did on my channel.
Oh, wow.
But hey, he deleted them now, so I don't care.
What was I just doing?
What I think is kind of interesting that, like those LCD toys from McDonald's, the videos I did on them got a sudden boost of views, which is like pretty huge. I mean, the Sonic skateboard thing is already at, I think, 3K. And that's a lot. I just don't know where this comes from.
I don't know, those games are just freaking gold.
Yeah, I need to record more of them. I mean, I do have them all. And for some odd reason, I'm actually proud of that.
You should do a live stream where you just play them.
Oh my god. No. I don't remember what I have to do now. Maybe I can do the daytime stage of Spagonia. Too bad there aren't as many people in here as there were last week.
Was Barney here last week?
Yes.
That could be it.
Probably yes.
We need his 130k Twitter shoutouts.
I mean, it was Sonic's birthday, so...
Oh yeah.
I assume just people were more interested in it.
Yeah.
I still don't get why there's a grind rail in the middle of the town.
I don't know, but it's amazing.
Maybe a little. I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna do 1 or 2 more stages before I'm gonna end the stream, I think. Because it's 3 AM now. And I was already tired before. Finally I can stomp.
Here we go!
I have no idea what just happened, but I died.
Here we
Let's have a look. Oh yeah, that's unfortunate. Just blame the unresponsive jump button.
Obviously. This is the Green Hill Zone from Sonic 2, right?
What? The music?
The level I'm playing right now. I was just making a stupid joke about IGN. Never mind that.
I turned up, like, before I asked that, I turned up the music, I turned up the video and I was like, wait, did they, like, sample Green Hill in here? But yeah, I mean, Sonic was never good, so...
Obviously. And Sonic Unleashed totally is not one of my top 3 favorite games of all time.
Well, no, because he was never good.
Yeah, right. Hey, PokeCat34. Same. I totally agree on that.
I mean, I don't see how Sonic could never be good if he's been alive as a franchise for 26 years.
And he was a huge competitor to Mario.
Yeah.
At least back in the 90s.
There are so many characters that have died off. Like, it's
like Crash
probably
Bandicoot.
uncountable. Yeah. Freaking
Oh wait,
Bubsy.
he's not dead.
Bubsy is back, and I don't know why.
Bubsy is back, Crash Bandicoot is back.
What's next?
I don't know.
Maybe
I'm
like
trying to
the
think of
freaking-
old stupid games that no one liked, but
But people also do like.
yeah.
What is like some kind of like purple dragon, right? Something of that.
Oh,
sort.
Spyro, right.
Yeah, Spyro.
I never played that.
You got like knights, and then there's a ton of like super ancient game characters that are never even saw like the PS1 and N64 era. Just like all those random games on the really old consoles.
I don't know, this dude named Zelda died too, right?
Yeah, he's dead.
I probably just pissed off every single Zelda fan on Earth. Even though none of them is watching.
I saw a meme that was like, get it right, this is Zelda, and then it showed Zelda, and then it showed Link, and it said, this is Luigi.
I don't know, I really like this, this guy's named Zelda meme. I mean, what was, like, insulting in some ways, a few years ago, is, like, a pretty funny reference nowadays. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was younger, I also thought, hey, this dude is Zelda. Because I played my first Zelda game when I was 5. And it was a Zelda game that didn't feature Zelda. So, I don't know. I love the dancing penguins on this screen. They're so funny.
Kyle has that freaking like famous tweet where there's like a video of one of them dancing to like Kesha or something.
Oh yeah, I remember that, I think.
And then he like would occasionally reply to it and say like, stop retweeting this as a way to just get it more popular.
Yeah, I also discovered an old meme of mine. This, you versus the guy she told you not to worry about. And I retweeted it. Good old times. I mean, it's been only like 3 weeks, but good old times. By the way, what we need to improve about Unleashed is like you need to go to the level hubs from the like world map.
Oh yeah.
Because you always have to walk through the entire town and that's so slow. I just collected a sun or moon medal out of nowhere. Okay. So I can stomp now, which means I get the wall jump, and I think I can do the the next daytime stage. That's neat.
Thank God you're over with that trash Werehog.
Yes, because the Werehog is really, really bad, and no one likes it.
Sonic was never good.
Sonic was never good. So, to the chat, I actually love the Werehog.
Someone's asking what Sonic game will you do next? That would be Sonic Was Never Good Adventure 3.
I'm not sure. I mean, I might stream next Friday if Barney and Cole have time.
If I don't go out again and have a car breakdown and everything.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it will be a good Sonic game, like Unleashed or 06. But I'm not sure which one. I might do Lost World on Wii U. Since like streaming games from PC isn't all that easy. So, Cole, do you know where I have to go next?
No.
Oh, I gotta go to Shunan.
Ooh.
I hope I can play the daytime stage, because then I could show off the M-speed glitch.
I freaking love that stage, the day stage.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like running on the back of those dragons, it just looks so
Yeah.
cool. And by the way, I love the music in the hub world. It's pretty cool.
I love all of it.
So I need Lin's permission. Who is Lin? No, this is Jinlin. Oh, I think I can do the boss now. That would be pretty neat, because I love the boss music for the nighttime bosses.
I'm trying to remember. There was a certain boss in this game that I really liked. I think
Nighttime or daytime?
nighttime. I think it was. I don't know actually.
I don't know, the only nighttime bosses I really enjoyed were definitely the Egg Dragoon.
Oh yeah, that one's pretty great.
Then I think it was called Eggmoray from Holoska.
I think that might be it.
And also the Dark Gaia Phoenix from Shunan.
It's probably the Alaska one.
But I straight up hate the Shamar one.
Oh,
because
is that the one where you freaking fight the guy like jumping around in the arena or something?
And you have to move all the boxes.
Oh, maybe it was the Wii version then for that
Yeah.
boss.
Oh my god, this boss on the Wii version was even worse. Oh my god.
That was ooh.
It's like having Vietnam flashbacks. Oh, I can't do the boss now. Too bad.
Oh yeah, it was the Alaska one though, because that had the whole ice gimmick, so that had to be in Alaska.
It was pretty neat on the HD version, but I don't remember liking it on the PS2/Wii. But I also don't really remember the game at all, so... Well, I'm probably just gonna speed through this level. Shouldn't take too long, because I really want to do the boss. And the daytime stage. Yeah, PokeCat. I don't really understand why the Wii and PS2 version got better reviews.
What?
Yeah, it's actually true.
Makes
It
no
has
sense at all.
it has I think a Metascore of 7 point something on the Wii and PS2, and it's I don't know, 6.8 or anything on the HD. If you could look that up, because I don't want to say anything wrong here.
Yeah, sure.
But at least IGN rated the HD version like
IGN.
really bad.
Yeah, well, he freaking jumped over a ramp, so freaking heck.
Oh, by the way, I found a bee that's trying to kill me.
Alright, so you're talking about the average user score or just the meta score?
Just the Metascore.
Okay, so we and PS2 are at 66.
This low? I remember it being higher.
And Xbox 360 is at 60. So the other versions were not as high, but they're still higher than the better version.
Yeah.
So, you know, logic. That's about as great as the logic that
Oh my god,
Sonic 4 Episode 1 is way better than 2 or something.
I hate the
IGN
water
thinks.
in this stage.
Oh my gosh, dude. Do you remember that the section of this stage on the Wii and PS2 where there was like a...
I don't want to remember it,
No.
honestly.
There was this area where the water was like swirling in like a drain, but just like retardedly slowly. And you just had to wait and sit on platforms for 10 years. And then the depth perception there was super bad, and the controls and physics were super awkward, and it was just so hard to platform across that entire section. There's like 4 jumps you had to do with a ton of waiting in between. And I just remember that being like the absolute worst.
Well, sadly, I don't really remember it. But like I said, I actually don't want to remember it because...
Well, just imagine the part you just did that was kind of cancerous, and then like take the cancer and like multiply it by like 2 or 3, and then there you go.
Hello, PS Valuigi. Welcome. I'm actually thinking about going back to the Wii version at some point. Just to, like, get the experience again.
Well, make sure I'm with you when you play Chun-Nan.
I mean, I still have my Wii here. Oh no, wait, I can play it on Wii U. That's even better.
Oh yeah.
So, technically, I could stream it, I guess.
Yeah, the freaking playing Wii games on the Wii U is pretty much like having a Switch with Joy-Cons, because you could play it on the gamepad with the Wii remote and nunchuck.
Yeah, I'm not gonna play it with Wiimote and nunchuck. I'm gonna use my classic controller. Because there are easier ways to start hating the best Sonic game.
Sonic and the Secret Rings?
Yes, definitely. That's by far the best Sonic game.
Of course. That's why I haven't beat it. Twice.
I mean, it does have an amazing soundtrack.
Yeah.
So if that's not an S rank, I mean, I skipped basically everything. It's an A rank. Thank you. Oh god, Sonic 4 Episode 1 for Wii.
Ooh.
Have you ever played it on Wii?
Yes. That was actually the first version I owned.
Oh my god, I feel sorry for you, bro.
It's okay, I was young enough to not care.
So I'm gonna turn the music up a little because it's amazing.
Can't wait to hear the doorbell. You punch him.
Dun-dun. Oh my god, the frame rate. Whoa. It's going down really hard right now.
I'm waiting for it.
Well, it's fine now. And also I'm streaming in 60 frames per second, so you probably won't notice it too much.
Yeah, I couldn't really... I mean, I saw it lag, but it wasn't that long. I don't think I wasn't able to see it too much. Also, is it just me, or is there an orange slice on his health bar right now?
Yeah, that's like the first phase.
Oh.
If it reaches like the orange bar, he goes into the QuickTime event mode.
The doorbell mode?
Yep. Which I just missed, by the way. I'm sorry for everyone on the chat because I haven't done this in a while.
Lies. Just played it yesterday.
Oh boy, the music is so good.
You know, it's weird that certain stuff in both versions is the exact same, but other things are just absolutely, completely different, except for the aesthetic, and that's it.
Yeah, I remember the daytime bosses being at least really similar.
Actually, I don't even think it had all of the bosses for day that this one does. Or if it did, then they weren't as fleshed out. I know, like,
they were a bit
the
shorter,
boss-
yes.
The boss you're on now, I'm pretty sure is the exact same.
Yeah, I think so. Sounds about right. Alright, I have to hit him twice now. Din din.
My favorite character in this game is Old Man with Glasses in the cutscene after this boss fight.
Really?
No.
I mean, that sounds like a thing you would say. My favorite character in this game is Danica Patrick.
Nice. Yeah, I forgot about her cameo.
Wouldn't it be like really freaking funny if she had a cameo in like every Sonic game since '06?
Oh my gosh. I wish. Just for absolutely no reason. Like imagine just like in every game, like if there's like a road, like say in Crisis City or something in Generations, you just like see her drive by and then wink like in a commercial. Kind of like Big from SA2, just randomly being in places.
Do you remember my Sonic Forces video I did with the commercial blinking?
Yeah.
Oh man, good times.
Speaking of that, do you remember I did something similar with that same trailer where right when Classic Sonic appears, it's just Kyle singing that Hannah Montana song?
Yes.
I still have that video on my computer titled "I'm deleting this."
I have it as well.
Oh man.
I mean, it's the best video on this planet.
Strike 3, monster! That's enough out of you!
Wow, I got a B rank. Spoiler alert.
Wow. Way to spoil it for me.
Yeah, DC and Higgs, I'm very happy about that too. Thanks to everyone who subscribed. You can subscribe to Essmid as well, because sometimes his channel actually isn't dead.
Sometimes.
Oh, my best rank for Eggmanland. Oh dang, I don't know. I probably got an S at some point, but I'm not sure if that was on my main save file. So by the way, before I'm gonna end the stream, should I play Eggmanland?
I mean, I'm down, but you said you were tired, and that's like a really long stage.
Well, I can complete it in about 10 minutes.
Alright, 10 minutes or I unsub.
Well, no promises,
Alright.
but I could try.
I'll spare you a little bit. Here's some motivation. If you complete it within 10 minutes, I will like the stream.
Oh wow! What an honor!
Just for you, I will like the stream.
Yeah, well, I can't say no now. Which means I'm gonna quit the story now, and I won't have been saving at any time, because I selected that I have no device for it, which is great. So I have an A rank in this save file at least. Let's see if I can get an S rank. Oh, and my record here is 16 minutes. So screw 10 minutes. Why am I doing this to myself? I mean, I freaking love this stage, and it's probably one of the best Sonic stages in history. But it's also freaking hard and long and exhausting. And I should turn down the volume again, because like it's pretty loud. I already failed the QTE.
Good start.
Because like LB and RB look almost the same. And it was nothing but those buttons.
Yeah, you can't really... like, you have to, like, read it opposed to seeing a color. Oh, I remember when I first got an Xbox 360 with this game, it was so freaking hard for me to beat the airplane stages where you just have to press buttons only. Because
yeah.
I came from, like, pretty much never... I mean, we had an original Xbox with a few games, but it's not like I played that all the time. And I've always played Nintendo and used to have a ton of DS games. So, like, you know, like, the buttons aren't in the same spot, the ABXY. They're, like, switched around a little bit for Xbox. So it took me forever to be able to, like, train my head to be able to react with the buttons in the correct spot for the Xbox. Like, I would always, like, if it said, like, Y, then I would hit where Y was on, like, my DS instead of the Xbox controller. So I just kept getting everything wrong.
Yeah, same for me. I always have to get used to the Switch again. It's kind of annoying, but I don't know. I'm getting used to it pretty fast nowadays.
Oh, is Eggmanland one of the... Oh wait, never mind. I was about to ask if Eggmanland was the same on
No,
the Wii version, but then
Eggmanland is like split it up into, I think, 6 different acts.
Yeah, the Werehog has 5.
At first I thought that was a good idea and actually better than this one, but I don't know, when I did the hot dog missions, this stage really grew on me because I had to play it over and over again without dying. And at some point I just started loving it.
I think I was the same way with that mission because, like, it's difficult, so, like, when you get good at it and can complete the mission, then it's, like, kind of satisfying because it was so difficult to, like, not die.
But
oh
like,
my gosh, I hate these freaking things that push you off.
the worst thing about this stage is this one specific QuickTime event. Like, you don't have as much time as in the first one, and it's so freaking easy to miss. I'm always struggling with that. But
the Wii version had one that was really fast too, but it was the same every time. So
yeah, right. That was actually better than the HD version. I gotta admit that. Yeah, PokeCat, I know that, but that doesn't really make it easier for me. I mean, I'm still struggling with that. Now, the part everyone hates.
gosh. And for a good reason. This part is just freaking evil.
Well, it's not too hard if you know how to do it. But, like, the camera angles are the worst.
Oh yeah.
Because it's switching like all the time, left and right, and
I didn't even remember that, but while you were saying it, I just watched the camera just turn really awkwardly. This game, like, especially, well, this part, I guess, just really needed like a free control camera.
By the way, the good thing about Eggmanland is that you can skip most of the enemies.
Oh yeah.
And with that, you can actually complete the level relatively fast. So, okay, after this pipe, it should be kind of a piece of cake.
No sweat?
No sweat. Because you can straight up just hold down B and jump. So, the Werehog will hold the, like, things in the wall. Not sure how to call it. Well, never mind. But I just did a really stupid thing, so that's my fault.
Oh, it went in right when you jumped.
Yeah, I forgot that this one would, yeah, go back in.
I like the life there, just because they know you're gonna die.
Yeah, in Eggmanland you have like at least one life per checkpoint. But it doesn't really help you when you're doing the hot dog missions.
I wonder why games still have lives. I mean, I know some of them did away with it, but like especially like that just really made me think how you said they just put them like pretty much one per checkpoint. That just illustrates the truth behind there's no point in a life system, because even they want you to be able to keep playing, so they keep giving you a life. So why even have lives?
Oh my god, the camera angle. I don't know, there is still kind of a challenge to it in like getting the lives. At least mostly. Like if you're an inexperienced player and you start with Eggmanland, I mean, you usually wouldn't collect all the lives you see. But if you played Eggmanland a little, you'll automatically try to get those lives because you know, oh my god, I'm gonna die soon. Not really sure how to put it.
Oh, I wonder if Mario Odyssey will have lives.
Probably.
I feel like it doesn't look like a game that would have lives.
Well,
but then again, it's Mario.
I'm dead.
I don't think there's been a single game without lives.
Yeah, I mean, Mario games nowadays are really easy. So
yeah.
I mean, I could imagine that way would get rid of the life system, but it still would be weird.
I hope Mario Odyssey's not like stupidly easy.
I wish, like, we would get a sunshine level of difficulty.
You know what? I need to actually watch more of the Mario Odyssey coverage. I didn't watch it all. I actually barely watched any of it. But from what I have seen, I'm really confused as to how the game will work. Because it all just seems like one giant... Well, not one, but they seem like a few really, really big hubs.
Yeah, isn't it supposed to be kind of an open world game?
Yeah, it looks like it. But I'm just wondering... I'm wondering how they'll go about that. Because, like, it's not like you're going to have a map. I highly doubt there's going to be, like, a map or something, so... Like, I'm just wondering how they're going to make it clear where you need to go at certain times. Unless it isn't, and you just do whatever you want and collect certain things or something.
Well, I haven't watched too many footage of it either, because I'm gonna play the game at Gamescom.
Oh, nice.
And I wanna have some surprises left, at least. So I've only watched, like, the trailer and parts of the, like, Treehouse stream.
Yeah, I saw a section of the Treehouse stream, and that's pretty much it. Like, on the day the gameplays first started getting uploaded, I was gonna watch some, but I got really annoyed with,
I just nailed the hardest QuickTime event, by the way. Oh my god, if I'm gonna die from these lasers, I'm gonna kill myself. Which is a kind of stupid way to say it, but... Well, you get what I mean.
That was actually a... Shoot, what's the word, even? No, I don't know what word to use. I don't know how to say it. I'm bad at
I forgot how to English.
Language. Yeah.
Very good English.
I don't... There's a word for it that I can't remember, but I was gonna make a stupid joke about those lasers are there to, like, foretell the future about Laser Wisp and Sonic Colors.
Bye, Pokecat, and thanks. So, you gotta explain this a little more, I think.
What?
What you just said.
Oh,
Sorry, I'm tired. I don't even know.
I guess the best way to put it is just the lasers here were early hints for, like, they were a glimpse into the future of Sonic Colors with the Laser Wisp.
Baldy McNosehair.
The best joke of all time.
Yeah, that's why they made it 5 times in a row. Well, the Laser Wisp actually was one of the wisps I liked the most in colors.
I hated it in Lost World.
Yeah, because in Lost World it wasn't as cool as it was in colors, in my opinion.
It definitely wasn't. I feel like they kind of, like, lost the sense of, like, what to do with it.
You mean they lost it in the world?
Yes.
Wow, that was... Oh my god, I'm gonna kill myself. So, I think we're almost done with Eggmanland.
You know, having built all this, and as smart as he is...
Oh my god, oh my...
Eggman could basically own whatever he wanted if he wasn't evil and he just produced and sold technology, he would be like a freaking billionaire. And then he could buy whatever he wanted and pretty much rule the world with money.
Yeah, maybe he does that in Forces.
Yeah, that's the story behind Forces. He sold a bunch of technology, but then, oh no, they were giant. They turned into giant evil robots. So now he has all your money and he rules the world.
By the way, the 10-minute dream is a rip because I just died. And
Ooh.
and I lost like a minute there.
Rip the like dream.
And what bugs me the most is I just died because I forgot holding B. Question for you, Cole. Would you have actually 100% the game if you had to collect sun medals and moon medals in Eggmanland?
Probably. Because that has to be, I would imagine it would be less tedious and annoying than collecting all the silver medals in 06. I did that. So.
Well, that's a good point.
I don't think a collectible can be worse than the silver medals, honestly. I really hated them.
Yeah, same. When I 100%ed 06, I got to a point where I hated the game. And that's something I never thought was possible. I mean,
think,
you know how much I love the game.
Yeah. I think what I hated the worst was, obviously we talked about how there's like a couple really stupid ones in levels. Besides those, I think what the worst part was, for me anyway, was the hub world ones. I really didn't like that.
I like the idea, but some of them were just awful to get.
Yeah. I mean, who knows? Maybe in the finished, polished version of 06, that finished map system would have given you hints towards them, or maybe there would have been some kind of radar you could get or something.
I still think it's not right to ask what if in a finished version, because we don't have a finished version, sadly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's something we probably never are going to experience.
Yeah.
Although, maybe we'll get it for, like, the next big anniversary. Because it's the 15th anniversary of the 15th anniversary game. Which would be Sonic 06.
Yeah. That would be really amazing.
I mean, I really highly doubt that it will happen, but it would be a cool thing.
Yeah, and then they could actually make that one silver boss fight easier to S rank.
Oh god, please. I never want to do that boss fight again. But I have to when I do the S ranks for my playthrough.
Oh my god, could you imagine if, like in a remake, like in a remade 06 for the 30th anniversary, if like there was like a mode called Classic Mode and it had all the glitches. You could just every flaw and glitch from the original game.
Actually,
in classic mode.
Actually, that would be a cool self-ironic thing to do.
Yeah.
All right, 19 minutes. It's still not a bad time, I think.
No, yeah, I think that's a pretty good time for this stage.
Well, the thing is, I know I can do a lot better.
I think my first clear was like 45 or 50 minutes.
Oh yeah, don't remind me of my first clear. You know what? When I'm at it, I can do the Egg Dragoon. And then I'm gonna end the stream. Because I freaking love this boss. I would do the Dark Gaia thing, but I don't want to do the Gaia Colossus part.
Oh yeah, remember how we said, we were talking about how the boost in Forces visually looks like Sonic Rush?
Yeah.
Well, I realized I think it actually controls like in Rush too, because there's like a couple parts where he boosts midair and like kind of goes diagonal downward while boosting. And at first I thought that was weird, but then I realized I'm pretty sure that's what happened in Sonic Rush as well. Instead of like Unleashed in Generations where you just get a burst forward in the air without going down at all. I think in Rush
it was like that in a way in Rush. That's true.
So like I wonder if that's what's happening there.
Maybe. I mean, it could be a cool reference to Rush.
Yeah, I mean, I like the fact that it reminded me of Sonic Rush, but I still really don't like the way the boost aura looks around him. I think it looks kind of weird.
Yeah, same. It looks like the, I think I mentioned that on the stream last week. It kind of looks like the prototype of Unleashed's boost.
Like, you can't really see him that well in there. Oh yeah, also I find it pretty interesting that they brought back the double jump. That was something that I was not expecting to return.
Same.
But actually, I just realized this just now. But I feel like the only reason to have a double jump is if there's more of a focus on platforming, which would make sense considering that the boost seems to be more limited and is also more slower.
I mean, people are always talking about the boost trilogy, but I think with Forces we can pretty much safely say that we also have like this Wisp trilogy.
Yeah.
Wait, what were we talking about? I wanted to say something about that, but I forgot it.
The moves and boosts and jumps and forces.
Oh right, yeah. And in the previous what I call Wisp trilogy games, we had a double jump. So
yeah,
like we had the double jump in Lost World and in Colors.
I actually completely forgot about the double jumping in Lost World for some reason.
And I mean, we didn't have it in Generations, but in Generations we also had only one stage with Wisps in it, and that was a stage from Colors.
Yeah.
I just failed the QTE. Now I feel stupid. Because the boss fight could be over.
Oh my god, he regened his health because of that.
Hey to everyone who loves this game. I do as well. This is like one of my favorite games of all time, so...
But if you don't love this game, you don't get a hello.
If you don't love this game, Kyle will hate you.
I mean, he probably hates you anyway.
Yeah, Kyle hates everyone.
Oh yeah, speaking of forces, I must have forgot to say this earlier, but we were talking about like the feel and control of characters, and like we like mentioned heroes and stuff like that. I'm actually really happy with how the characters seem to control Enforces. Obviously, I haven't like played it and felt it myself, but from the looks of it, the physics and feel seems to be pretty good.
Yeah, true. I mean, I'm probably gonna play it at Gamescom, so I could comment on that after this.
Well, make sure you pay attention, especially to classic Sonics.
Oh my god. I'm not even
Generations...
sure if I want to play Classic Sonic. Because I'm still like against the idea of having him in the game at all. Because I don't think he deserves to be in the game.
Just avoid his stage and act like he's not in the game.
And well, the thing is, probably they won't do a new demo for Gamescom, so we will get the E3 demo, which means the only classic. Yeah, it's only the boss. What is a neat touch, by the way, is I think we were talking about that on an earlier stream. Is that Classic Sonic has the drop dash?
Oh yeah.
So, and I'm kind of excited for the custom hero stage, because the modern Sonic stage we've seen in the demo just looks too linear to me, and I don't think there's really much to play, but with the avatar they really tried showing off the benefits of his Wispin weapon thing. Like, you could use the Electric Wisp and the Fire Wisp, for example, to explore different paths and stuff, and I really think the custom hero will have a bigger focus on platforming than modern and classic Sonic will have.
Yeah.
Well, at least modern Sonic. I'm not sure about classic Sonic.
Yeah, classic Sonic will just have a bunch of invisible springs.
I really think modern Sonic will mainly focus on speed, which is totally fine by me. At least if the stages are built like a little mixture between Unleashed and the 3D parts of Colors.
Yeah.
I mean, Generations tried to do that, right? But it's just too easy and too short in total, like for every stage.
Yeah, definitely too short.
So I would like to have the difficulty of Unleashed stages mixed with the design of 3D parts in Colors. For example, Sweet Mountain Act 1, the 3D parts from that stage were pretty amazing for me.
Yeah, I actually really like the level design in Colors, the 3D sections.
What I mainly dislike about Colors is like that it has about 60% of 2D and
Yeah.
the story. The rest of Colors was totally fine.
Yeah, a problem. One of my main problems with Colors is that they recycle and copy and paste in main acts. Like,
Yeah, true.
I don't understand why they thought that was okay. Like, what in the world? Like, I don't remember. Was it Tropical Resort Act 4?
Oh my
It's
god,
just, like,
the 22nd stage.
yeah, not only is it a 20-second stage, but it's literally just Act 1 with like added balloons and stuff. It's like how are you gonna call that an act?
Actually, it's just the first 2D section of Act 1.
My gosh, dude.
And yeah,
Yeah, and then
stuff
they
like
had like
this was pretty awful, and I hope they never bring that back.
yeah.
Even though
And
it was the worst in Tropical Resort, a little less annoying in Sweet Mountain, and I don't really recall it being that much present in later stages. I mean, we do have some acts like Planet Wisp was, I think one act was similar as well, but in Asteroid Coaster, they were all like separate acts, right?
I don't remember because 2D acts and that are a blur. I don't remember them. I just remember the 3D sections.
Oh well, I guess I should play Colors at some point on stream then. But I, well, don't really like Colors, so probably not the best idea. But I think for now I should end the stream because I can't really focus on talking anymore.
What time is it there?
It's 4 AM.
Oh, nice.
So, thanks to everyone for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to follow me on Twitter and check out Essmid's channel.
Unsubscribe.
And yeah, I'm trying to stream again next Friday. And probably somewhere in between with some Splatoon and ARMS, if I don't forget about it, like this week. So,
And Barney might join us if he's not dead next week.
I forgot what I wanted to say because I was reading the comment. Well, the title is streaming the best Sonic game, and obviously the best Sonic game is Sonic Unleashed. So, that's totally upon your own opinion. So, if you think Colors is the best Sonic game, that's fine. But my personal favorite Sonic game is Unleashed, and also one of my favorite games of all time in total. So anyway, I'm gonna end the stream now. Thanks for watching and see you next week.